Hello, this is Rick Paddock, board certified hypnotist and the creator of the Golf on the Brain Self-Hypnosis audio program. This audio, a very powerful process created to help you and your golf game, should only be listened to when you can give it your full attention. So of course, never behind the wheel of a car or any other time that your eyes should be open. And while not necessary, I recommend, if possible, that you listen to this audio with headphones, so as to create a more private, peaceful listening environment for yourself. For updated information on this program, or additional programs or resources, or to answer any questions, please visit www.golfonthebrain.com. Now, let's begin. Now find a comfortable place to sit or recline for an extended period of time. Let's begin by taking a nice deep inhale, filling your lungs with that relaxing oxygen, and exhaling when it's comfortable. And now the first thing that I'd like you to do is to gently allow your eyes to close. And with your eyes closed, I'd like you to notice what's going on behind those closed eyelids. Perhaps it's just a black velvet curtain, or perhaps you see colors or shapes, or maybe nothing at all. It doesn't really matter, as long as you know, as long as you're aware what's going on. And notice now how your muscles are starting to relax with each and every breath you take. And with every breath, you can relax deeper and deeper. I wonder if you've noticed yet how that when you breathe in, you can feel that cooler air coming in through your nostrils. And as you breathe out, you can feel that warm air going out through your nostrils. And as your breathing becomes more relaxed, gentle, you'll find yourself relaxing more and more with every word that I speak. With every word that I speak, you find yourself drifting deeper and deeper. And just notice where your hands are resting, how they feel. Only you know how they feel. Perhaps heavy or light, warm or cool. Only you know that. They are your sensations. And as you relax more and more, focus now on the relaxing, hypnotic music. And simply allow that music to take you deeper and deeper. Even deeper now. All the way down as I begin to count now, from 10 to 1, finding yourself relaxing deeper and deeper with every number I count. And at the same time, just letting your mind wander. Just letting it wander wherever it chooses to wander. Letting any thoughts come into your mind, and just letting them disappear again. So here we go. 10 now, relaxing deeper and deeper. 9, deeper and deeper, knowing nobody wants anything from you now. This is your special time. 8, deeper relaxed. The only thing you'll be interested in now is the warm, comforting sound of my voice. 7, relaxing. Even deeper, imagining a blanket of comfort wrapping around you. 6, this blanket wrapping around you from head to toe. 5, allowing yourself with every number, with every sound, with every breath to drift deeper and deeper as my voice echoes through this subconscious part of your mind. 4, soothing, comforting, so relaxing. 3, simply imagining drifting deeper and deeper where the only sensations are pleasant, enjoyable, deeply relaxing. 2, feeling so calm, so relaxed, so very, very peaceful. And 1, all the way down, perfectly, wonderfully relaxed. As you continue to relax even deeper now, deeper with every breath, your subconscious mind is so very open and receptive to the changes you desire. And now I want you to imagine that you've been transported to a hallway that leads to a door which leads to a room. And as you're standing now in front of this door, it now slowly, easily swings open. And now, looking inside, into this room, you step inside, feeling safe, secure, and notice that in this room, it's a control room of sorts. Perhaps like the kind you've seen in movies or pictures, like a NASA Space Control Center. It's filled with monitors, gauges, lights, control switches, like those control rooms where engineers communicate with astronauts and help them control their magnificent machinery. And here there are so many gauges and dials and switches, but they seem to go on forever and ever. You couldn't possibly see them all consciously. But as you look around, looking at each of them, you notice they're all labeled individually. And one says confidence. One of the dials says balance. Another gauge says anxiety and focus, optimism, and so on. And you're feeling very curious about this room. You also feel very comfortable here, almost as if you're returning to an old familiar place. And then suddenly, it dawns on you. You realize you're now in the control room of your mind and body. And now, just like a NASA Space Control Room, this control room of your mind and body, deep within the supercomputer that is your subconscious mind, adjustments have been made. Adjustments to your golf game all through the years. Adjustments to these gauges, dials, controls, and switches. Improving your golf game bit by bit, year by year, as you've had lessons, understandings, corrections made, from each decision, each swing, each ball strike, and all of these changes, all of these corrections and improvements have been made immediately, naturally, here in the control center of your mind and body. And now, here in this control center, it's time to take your game, your golf game, to a new level, to make changes in your mind and body, adjustments and improvements that you will see each and every time you golf. So now, here in the control center of your mind and body, you make the adjustments, doing so at an infinitely rapid pace, easily, naturally, as you just let your subconscious do its perfect work, so naturally. Now as you make your way around this room, you turn down the control knob for anxiety, for stress, for tension, turning them back in a counterclockwise or sliding motion, and as you do, you're aware, you notice that nearby the gauges and adjustments for the feelings of calm, relaxation, and even confidence. They're right there, and they're all rising as you turn down anxiety, stress, and tension. Relaxation, confidence are increasing. You can see them, you can sense them. Now, the gauges, the knobs turning, clicking, sliding, magically now. That's right. All with the power of your mind. When you turn up the adjustment for focus, and for balance, for trust. And as you make these adjustments, you now notice, you feel, you sense your balance, your focus, confidence, increasing stronger and stronger, more and more, now each and every time you play. And you notice that you do trust yourself, your decisions, your stroke, your swing, every part of your game, more and more, each and every time. And you make your way through and around this room, easily, rapidly, naturally, making all changes for the benefit of your game. And you notice, from this point forward, each and every time the game of golf enters your mind, whether you're reading about it, talking about it, watching it on TV or in person, if you're at the practice range, getting lessons or instructions from your coach, or when you're on the course, now the changes you've made here result in your mind and body shifting into the perfect state for maximizing your potential in every way. Your balance, flexibility, strength, and stamina getting better and better as these changes are amplified and magnified. Every part of your mind and body working better and better each and every time. Your eyes, your vision, your focus, the most elaborate laser-focused camera system ever designed, zooming in, narrowing your focus on your targets, picking out the smallest targets, peripherally aware of hazards and obstacles, then paying no attention to them at all. As your mind now making that small target your only focus, your only target. Like a laser-guided missile, now all other hazards and obstacles gone from your awareness, naturally, easily, maximizing your potential in every way. And now you notice, on the largest monitor in this control room, just like in a space command control center on that big flat screen monitor, you now see yourself there, about to tee off. And you begin to see the changes that you've made and the results. There you are, on the tee, getting ready to tee off. And there, you see it, you feel it, you sense it. You notice things there on that screen, perhaps in slow motion now, in high definition, things that perhaps you never noticed before, but you notice now. You feel, you sense the confidence that you have, naturally confident, relaxed, and comfortable, whether you're alone or with others, with family, friends, or strangers, with co-workers or competitors, with those you report to or those that report to you, no matter who you're with now. Any tee, any time, every tee, every time, you're calm, relaxed, comfortable, and confident. In fact, the energy of the other people around any tee that you're on automatically clicks up your confidence setting, while simultaneously increasing your feelings of calm, focus, balance, and comfort. And you notice more and more that you feel each and every time you're approaching a tee area, standing near or on a tee area. You notice now, instinctively, naturally, feeling a calm, relaxed, confident focus. And there you see it. On that large monitor, you see yourself now selecting a tee from your bag, pocket, or cart. You can see and sense that now, from this point forward, the feel, the touch, the texture of a tee is a signal. Anytime you feel a tee in your hand, in your fingers, it's an indicator, a signal that sends a wave of calm, comforting relaxation through your body and mind. And placing the tee in the just right location. You then make note of any hazards, only using them to factor them into the optimal target, blocking them out then and focusing only on the target. For you know that all that matters is the target. Focusing now, your eyes like a camera, narrow, zoomed, away from any negative, distracting thoughts or awareness, known or unknown. Now zooming in, narrowing your focus on your target, picking out the smallest target. You see it, you sense it. When you go through your pre-shot routine, the same every time, taking one or two intentionally deep breaths, slow, deep inhales and exhales. Each breath cleansing your mind and body, washing away each last bit of tension or stress, leaving behind that enjoyable, calm, relaxed, confident focus. Each and every breath throughout your day, cleansing your mind and body, pacing your routine and your day, and your stance, so comfortable and balanced. so confident, knowing, trusting yourself. Your club face aimed at the target, your body aligned correctly, your grip comfortable, target set firmly in your mind, for you realize that the only thing that exists is the ball, the flight path, the target, as you're in the zone. You feel in your mind the perfect golf swing. You hear it in your head, the perfect sound of the club striking the ball dead in the sweet spot on the upswing. And you see and visualize the ball soaring on the exact line to the target, seeing the ball bounding down the fairway in the exact spot you chose. You can see it now on the monitor. You step forward, your pre-shot routine done, now stepping forward full of trust, a trust in yourself for your decisions, your stroke, your swing. You take the club head back on the perfect swing plane and the perfect pace to the perfect resistance of your body. Your head steady, chin resting on an imaginary table, feeling like a coiled spring, and after a slight pause at the top, gravity naturally accelerates the club head through the ball. Wrists release at the last precise moment. The club face naturally falls back to its starting point and makes contact on the upswing. A natural, buttery smooth swing. That sound, the perfect sound of the club striking the ball dead in the sweet spot. Feeling the perfect reverb in the shaft. Seeing the ball soaring on the exact line to your target. Seeing the ball bounding down the fairway. And as you witness that wonderful result of that natural swing, you realize that all of the adjustments that you've made in the control center are making a difference, improving your golf game. Any tee, anytime, every tee, every time. You're calm, relaxed, comfortable, and confident. For you really do trust your swing. It's been practiced and it works, so you trust it completely. And you remember that a tee shot on a par 4 or 5 is only a layup shot. A shot to put you in position for the next shot. And you're making confident decisions now on the best target. Feeling confident, trusting yourself, knowing you're right. And with every positive experience, you grow more and more confident, filling your mind with positive thoughts, encouraging thoughts and words, as you realize now, those positive thoughts are the only kind that are of any value to you. And now releasing, discarding, flicking away, blowing away any negative thoughts, as those have no value for you. You now readily accept whatever result you get from any swing, viewing all errors or mistakes as an opportunity to do better next time. As you know, of course, that even the best are never perfect all of the time. So you naturally, immediately refocusing on the next shot. For that tee shot is now over. The result no longer matters, as you now have changed the channel in your mind and are now focusing on the next shot. And it's all so natural, all so wonderful. All of these changes, deep and permanent now. And you feel it, you see it, you sense it. Now, your tee shots, Your game from the tees. Any tee, anytime, every tee, every time, you are calm, relaxed, comfortable, and confident. And throughout your game, all these changes continue, making you better and better, changing, improving, getting such wonderful pleasure from your game, from your life, every day noticing that you're calm and relaxed, and you truly are confident in your ability to change, to learn, to grow, to improve, to excel. Now, better and better each and every time. Now, the suggestions which I have just given you are now firmly in place, and they will remain with you as long as you desire. In fact, from this point forward, with every beat of your heart and with every breath you take, these suggestions will grow stronger and stronger and stronger. As these suggestions are now planted firmly in your mind, and like seeds planted in rich soil, they will begin to grow, growing more and more as you listen to these audios, growing stronger and deeper in your subconscious mind. Remembering that each and every time you listen to these audios, each and every time you hear my voice, you immediately, easily, and naturally turn loose every muscle and nerve in your body, relaxing more and more quickly, going more deeply than before. With these suggestions becoming more effective, all changes occurring rapidly and completely. And now, if you're listening to this at night, you can drift off into a wonderful deep sleep. Or, as I count from 1 to 5, at the count of 5, open your eyes feeling refreshed, relaxed, and wonderfully invigorated. 1. Now, knowing your subconscious has easily, naturally, and automatically accepted all these suggestions for your benefit. 2. Feeling aliveness returning to your body. 3. That aliveness coming to your arms, your legs, and muscles throughout your body. 4. That aliveness, that energy, that awakening coming to your mind. A cleansing, a clearing behind your eyes as you ready to open your eyes, awake, refreshed. And 5, opening your eyes, stretching, taking a nice deep breath, feeling energized, invigorated, and you're ready for the day.